My child, something unfolded yesterday that no one expected, and its echo is shaking today. Someone who crossed paths with you just hours ago now lies in a hospital bed, their body trembling under the weight of what happened. The cause is tangled in the shadows of your steps, and the story that follows carries both fear and revelation. The corridors of that hospital smell of bleach and sorrow, as nurses whisper about a sudden collapse. That person, whose eyes carried a flicker of recognition when they saw you, could not outrun the invisible storm that followed them after your meeting. Their name is kept behind hushed doors, but their pain is tied directly to your presence. The doctors write charts with urgency, trying to stabilize a heartbeat that seems unwilling to obey. Yet beneath the monitors and wires, there is something unspoken, a truth that has not yet surfaced. That truth is the chain that links you to this unexpected fall, and its weight is pressing against your chest right now. You cannot walk away from this connection, for the event is not a coincidence but a design. That person's suffering is both a warning and a message carved in silence. The universe is asking you to pay attention before the hourglass drains completely. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Yesterday's brief glance was more than just a passing moment. It was a spark that ignited unseen forces. They carried your reflection with them, and it became the last memory before their body betrayed them. Now, while their breath falters, the air around you thickens with responsibility. In the hospital room, machines hum with restless energy, each beep sounding like a countdown. Relatives pace outside the door, unaware of the strange link that ties their loved one to you. What they don't know is that your steps yesterday carried the weight of fate. My child, destiny bends when unseen threads are pulled. You were chosen to be the trigger not out of cruelty, but as part of a path you cannot yet understand. Their suffering mirrors the secret that still hides inside your shadow. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The nurses say it was sudden, that the collapse came without warning, but truth never hides forever. Someone saw the way they looked at you yesterday, their eyes wide as if they had discovered something forbidden. That discovery is what sent their heart spiraling into chaos. Their body may lie in a bed now, but their spirit whispers restlessly, trying to reach you. Every beat of their failing heart seems to call your name, begging for an answer you have not given. The silence around you is no longer safety, it is a cage. You feel it even now, that invisible pressure sitting on your chest. The memory of their eyes is not leaving you because it was never meant to. Their pain is your message, and if ignored, it will only grow louder. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The doctors are fighting against time, but fate is watching with folded arms. You cannot run from the fact that yesterday, in that fleeting encounter, you carried a secret they were not strong enough to hold. Their collapse is the evidence that truth has power sharper than any blade. Every second you spend thinking of them only tightens the thread between you. They are not just a random soul in a hospital. They are part of the story you have tried to bury. Their body may be weak, but the meaning of their suffering is roaring. My child, the message has arrived wrapped in silence, but you cannot ignore its sound. The weight of yesterday is now pressing on today, and tomorrow will not arrive the same if you turn away. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Did not rest quietly. Whispers of what happened began to weave into the darkness, and now you stand in the center of a storm you never asked for. The one who saw you has fallen, and their body speaks a story the world cannot yet understand. The hospital lights flicker, and shadows crawl along the walls as if they too are restless. Nurses exchange worried looks, trying to keep their voices calm, but fear is always louder than comfort. The truth is that no medicine can heal what was triggered by your presence. My child, you are not guilty, but you are not free either. The encounter was a signal, a chain reaction designed by forces greater than human hands. Their body collapsed because the secret inside you was too heavy for them to bear. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The air in the hospital room thickens, making each breath a battle. Machines keep count of a heart struggling against its own destiny, each beep sounding like the tick of a clock. Their hands tremble as if trying to reach for something invisible, perhaps for you. The doctors call it an episode, but episodes don't carry your name in their silence. This is no accident of the body, but a consequence of what they saw in your eyes yesterday. The truth you carry is alive, and it demands to be known. Outside, family members wait with prayers in their mouths, not knowing that the answer to their cries walks outside their circle. You, unknowingly, are the keeper of the key they need. Their loved one has fallen because fate chose you as the vessel of revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The memory of yesterday repeats in your mind like a haunting reel. The way they looked at you, the pause in their step, the recognition that sparked fear. It was in that moment their soul bent under a weight too large to hold. In the quiet corners of the hospital, whispers pass between staff who do not understand the full story. They sense something unnatural, something unexplainable, but they do not dare to say it aloud. Their eyes shift nervously, as if acknowledging the unseen. My child, the universe has delivered this moment to shake you awake. You cannot continue walking blind when the cost of silence is another's suffering. What they carried from seeing you is now carved into their heartbeat, fragile and fading. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The doctor's pen scratches across paper, writing numbers that mean little compared to the truth. Their body trembles, but the real quake is inside your chest. The connection is undeniable, and no denial can erase it. Each minute drips like fire, and you feel the weight pressing harder against your skin. The room may be far, but the energy it carries is already at your door. Destiny has no distance, it travels faster than thought. You cannot escape the chain that has been wrapped around you since yesterday. Their collapse is not just theirs. It is a reflection of the truth you've hidden, the truth you fear to face. That truth is demanding to breathe. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The sound of machines grows louder, as though mocking the silence between you and them. You hear the echo in your mind, a call you cannot ignore. They are reaching for you without words, and the silence is sharper than any scream. In the eyes of the staff, this is a medical emergency, but to you it is something far more. It is a message carved in flesh and blood, a prophecy delivered through another's pain. Their collapse is not a coincidence. It is your crossroad. My child, yesterday was a warning, today is the cost, and tomorrow will be the consequence. If you do not rise to the call, you will carry this burden into every dawn. The time to move is not someday, it is now. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The room grows colder with every breath, as though unseen hands are pulling the warmth away. Nurses rush in and out, but their movements feel like shadows circling a flame that refuses to die. The one who saw you yesterday lies suspended between life and departure. Each second that passes carries the sound of a clock that does not forgive. The family outside trembles with fear, whispering words of hope they barely believe. Yet hope is not what keeps the person alive. It is the thread tied between you and them. My child, the bond formed yesterday was no accident. You stood at the doorway of their fate without realizing, and your presence ignited something they could not contain. Now the consequence burns through their veins. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The air vibrates with tension, a storm contained within the sterile walls of the hospital. Even the lights seem dimmer, as if refusing to reveal too much truth at once. The body on the bed twitches, caught in a silent battle that words cannot describe. The memory of their eyes lingers like a mark carved into your skin. They recognize something in you, something that shifted their heartbeat from steady rhythm to chaos. That recognition was their undoing. You feel the echo of it still, a tremor that has not left since the encounter. It stalks you, whispering that yesterday was not the end but the beginning of unraveling. The hidden truth is clawing to be seen. Type Amen to get blessing 444. In the corridors, footsteps echo with urgency. Doctors consult with furrowed brows, debating treatments that cannot mend what has already been sealed by fate. Machines measure the body, but they cannot measure the unseen power that brought this collapse. The person lies between shadows and light, their breath shallow, their soul restless. Every rise of their chest is a reminder that their battle is not only medical but spiritual. They carry the weight of what they saw in you yesterday. My child, the universe does not waste moments. It threads them together with precision. Yesterday's brief encounter has stretched into today's storm. The ripple you created cannot be stopped by denial. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The clock moves, yet the room feels frozen. Family members press their hands together in desperate prayer, unaware that you are the answer their cries seek. Their voices plead for mercy, but the key remains in your grasp. The walls seem to pulse with the unspoken truth. You can feel it pressing closer, demanding that you acknowledge it before it's too late. Silence is no longer protection. It has become a weapon against you. The person's spirit is not still. It drifts in search of connection. That connection points back to you, the one they saw yesterday, the one they could not forget. Their fall is the echo of your hidden truth. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The night outside the hospital presses its weight against the glass, heavy with secrets. Inside, the air is sharp, filled with the hum of machines and the whispers of those who do not understand the deeper story. The one who saw you yesterday lies pale, trembling in the arms of fate. Every movement in the room feels like it carries destiny's touch. A nurse adjusts the four-line with shaking hands, her eyes betraying fear she dares not speak. She does not know that the true cause is tied not to the body but to the moment of seeing you. My child, yesterday's fleeting encounter has become today's breaking point. They looked into your presence and saw more than they were prepared to hold. That vision carved into their soul and forced their body into collapse. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The heart monitor screams its uneven rhythm, each beep echoing like thunder in the silence. Family members outside cling to each other, praying for strength without realizing the chain that leads to you. Their tears fall for the one they love, but fate has already drawn you into their circle. You walk through your memory of yesterday again and again. The look in their eyes, the way they froze when you appeared, it plays like a scene that refuses to fade. You feel the tremor still, as if the moment has not ended. The truth is clear now. You were not a passerby in their story. You were the catalyst, the spark that woke a hidden storm in their chest. Their body could not carry the weight of what they saw in you. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The doctors fight against the inevitable, calling for more hands, more tools, more time. Yet time does not bend to human command. It bends only to the will of destiny, and destiny has already chosen its path. The patient's eyes open briefly, unfocused, but filled with a silent plea. Their lips move without sound, shaping a message only your soul can hear. The words never reach the room, but they pierce your heart like fire. My child, you feel it because you were meant to feel it. Their suffering was not random. It was written as a signal to you. Their pain has become your mirror, reflecting the truth you cannot avoid. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The corridors echo with hurried footsteps, yet no one dares to meet your eyes. Deep down, they sense something unexplainable lingers between you and the one inside. They do not speak it, but fear hangs heavy in the air. Your chest feels tight, every breath heavier than the last. You know that this is not about medicine, not about chance. This is about yesterday's encounter, a meeting crafted by forces larger than time. Their body weakens, but their soul clings to the link it found in you. The truth is not leaving. It is pressing harder, demanding to be answered before the clock strikes its final note. Type Amen to get blessing 111. The whispers of the nurses carry fragments of uncertainty. They call it strange, they call it sudden, but none dare to call it fate. Yet you know the word they will not speak. In your memory, yesterday feels like a wound still bleeding. The way they looked at you, the stillness, the recognition, it repeats endlessly, leaving you restless. You cannot shut the door on it because the door has already vanished. My child, the connection has already been sealed. Their collapse is the signal, and your silence will decide what happens next. The time to face it has already arrived. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The night grows longer, and with it, the shadows inside the hospital deepen. Curtains sway though no wind touches them, as if unseen hands stir the air. The person who saw you yesterday lies trapped between two worlds, suspended in fragile silence. Every sound is amplified, the shuffle of shoes, the ticking of the clock, the faint buzz of fluorescent lights. Each detail feels heavy, as though destiny itself is leaning into the room. Nothing here is random. Every second is carved with purpose. My child, the burden is no longer theirs alone. You carry the invisible weight of yesterday's encounter, and it grows heavier with each passing heartbeat. The universe demands that you recognize the cost of that moment. Type Amen to get blessing 333. A nurse wipes sweat from her brow, whispering words of comfort she doesn't believe. The family clings to hope like a rope over fire, unaware that the thread is already fraying. Their tears pool on the floor, silent offerings to a truth beyond their reach. The machines fight to keep rhythm, but rhythm alone cannot keep a soul in place. What lies deeper is what they saw in you, what burned into them when your presence touched theirs. That fire was too bright, too sharp, too sudden. You cannot erase that glance, for it is branded on both of you. It was the glance that shifted destiny, and no amount of denial can return things to how they were before. Yesterday's moment is today's turning point. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The room feels colder now, as though the walls themselves know what is unfolding. Every breath drawn inside carries the taste of urgency, of endings and beginnings colliding. Even the doctors sense the strangeness, though they hide it behind clinical words. The patient stirs, eyes flickering open for the briefest second. Their gaze is empty yet filled with something deeper than pain, something that reaches beyond the room. Their soul is whispering, and you are the one it calls. My child, the silence is not silence at all. It is a language written without words, pressing against you, demanding you answer. The cost of ignoring it will echo far beyond tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 555. In the waiting hall, voices rise and fall like waves against stone. Some beg, some plead, some simply sit in despair. They do not know that the true answer lies outside their circle, in you. You feel it pressing harder, like a hand gripping your chest. Yesterday's memory sharpens, no longer a passing thought but a blade demanding to be seen. Their collapse is not just theirs, it is yours reflected back. Destiny does not wait for permission. It strikes, it bends, it tears open the places we try to hide. And now it has chosen you as the vessel of this message. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The smell of antiseptic clings to the air, sharp and suffocating. The steady hum of machines becomes unbearable, each sound drilling deeper into your mind. The truth is not outside. It is inside you, and it is no longer quiet. The patient trembles as though fighting against invisible chains. Their lips quiver, trying to speak, but no words come. Their silence carries more weight than 1,000 screams. My child, you cannot walk away. Yesterday tied you to them, today proves it, and tomorrow will seal it. The hourglass is spilling faster, and the sand cannot be stopped. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The silent room of yesterday. The ceiling above the hospital bed seems endless, like a sky that refuses to break. The person's chest rises and falls in shallow patterns, each breath weaker than the last. Around them, the world holds its silence, waiting for the next moment to decide everything. Doctors lean closer, adjusting wires, checking charts, but none of their actions carry certainty. Their voices are steady, but their eyes betray the truth. They are losing control. Something greater than medicine has taken command of this battle. My child, what unfolded yesterday is written into today like fire carved into stone. That brief meeting did not vanish. It multiplied, growing stronger until it broke a body. You cannot deny the force that now surrounds you both. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The night outside stretches like a shadow with no end. Rain begins to tap against the windows, slow and steady, as if echoing the heartbeat of the one inside. Nature itself mourns in rhythm with the fragile soul. Every whisper from the family outside feels like a dagger piercing the air. Their voices plead for life, for strength, for another dawn to greet the one they love. Yet none of them know that your presence yesterday is part of the answer they seek. The patient's spirit drifts between two worlds, tethered to the faint memory of your face. That memory burns brighter than medicine, brighter than prayer. It is the chain they cannot break. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The silence inside the room grows unbearable. Machines beep, but each sound feels like a countdown, not a cure. Even the doctors sense it, though they mask their fear with hurried motions. You feel the echo reaching you, even from afar. The weight of it presses against your chest, stealing your calm, forcing your heart to race. You know this moment is not theirs alone. It belongs to you too. My child, yesterday was the doorway, today is the reckoning. The universe has carved this into your path so you cannot look away. Fate will not release its grip until you face what has been awakened. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Shadows stretch across the floor, bending and twisting with the flickering lights. A whisper runs through the air like a cold breath, stirring the stillness into motion. The unseen presence lingers, waiting for you to acknowledge it. The patient jerks suddenly, their body trembling as if resisting something unseen. A nurse rushes forward, adjusting machines, but the true struggle is invisible. Their spirit is crying out in silence, reaching only for you. The memory of their eyes yesterday grows sharper, no longer a faint detail but a command. They saw something hidden, something forbidden, and it tore through them like lightning. That lightning now courses through your veins too. Type Amen to get blessing 222. The minutes crawl, heavy and slow, as if time itself resists moving forward. Every corner of the hospital feels haunted, not by ghosts, but by the weight of destiny pressing down. The patient lies still, their pulse a fragile thread tied to unseen forces. Family members whisper prayers, their voices trembling like candle flames in a storm. They hold hands tightly, unaware that the true answer to their cries is not within the doctor's reach. It rests in the silent bond forged when you were seen yesterday. My child, you cannot ignore the pull any longer. The connection has already been written into both of you, etched deeper than flesh, deeper than bone. Their suffering is the mirror of your hidden truth. Type Amen to get blessing 333. The heart monitor spikes, shrill and urgent, before settling into a weaker rhythm. Nurses rush in, their shoes pounding against the tile like war drums. They fight with everything they have, but medicine cannot touch the source of this collapse. Your memory of yesterday refuses to leave, replaying over and over in sharper detail. The look in their eyes was not simple recognition, it was revelation. That revelation has now chained itself to their body, dragging them to the edge. You feel their struggle inside your own chest. It is not sympathy, it is resonance, the echo of destiny vibrating between you. Their collapse has already reached into your soul. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The room falls into brief silence, broken only by the slow hiss of oxygen. Shadows gather around the bed, bending toward the trembling figure. The air itself feels charged, alive, demanding acknowledgement. The patient stirs again, lips parting with an effort that seems to cost everything. No words form, yet the meaning slices through the silence like a blade. They are calling you even if no one else can hear. My child, the message is not spoken aloud because it was never meant for others. It was meant for you alone, carried in silence, branded into your memory of yesterday. Their soul has chosen you as the keeper of its truth. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Outside, the family's cries grow louder as the night deepens. Some beg for healing, others curse the unfairness. but none realize the hidden chain that binds their loved one to you. They are blind to the storm that began long before this hospital night. The doctors press forward, desperate to hold life inside the fragile body. Yet life is not bound only by medicine. It bends to forces greater, forces invisible. The fight inside that room is far larger than anyone else understands. Your heart pounds with every beep of the machines, as if you are lying there too. The truth is undeniable now. You are not a witness, you are part of the cause. Yesterday made sure of that. Type Amen to get blessing 666.